Teknologi AKPRIND Yogyakarta merupakan salah satu perguruan tinggi swasta yang berada di Yogyakarta, yang memiliki 10 jurusan dengan jenjang S1, 2 jurusan dengan jenjang D3, dan salah satu jurusan dengan jenjang S1 yang berada di Institut Sains dan Teknologi AKPRIND Yogyakarta adalah jurusan Teknik Lingkungan. Jurusan Teknik Lingkungan merupakan jurusan yang dibawa Fakultas Sains Terapan dengan akreditasi B. Jurusan Teknik Lingkungan memiliki visi menjadi program studi yang unggul secara nasional di bidang teknik lingkungan. Dan untuk mencapai visi tersebut, jurusan Teknik Lingkungan memiliki beberapa misi. Di antaranya, yang pertama adalah menyelenggarakan pendidikan tingkat di bidang lingkungan yang berbasis penjaminan mutu. Dan yang ketiga adalah itu di era saat ini di mana banyak perusahaan yang mensyaratkan calon pegawainya untuk memiliki suatu kompetensi dengan dibuktikan suatu sertifikat, maka kami saat ini juga sudah membekali mahasiswa dengan sertifikasi kompetensi dengan skema pengambilan contoh uji air atau PCUA dan ahli K3 umum yang dapat digunakan sebagai pendamping ijazah mereka. Di mana untuk ujian sertifikasi kompetensi tersebut kami selenggarakan sendiri di tempat ujian kompetensi di TUK Mandiri kami yang berada di Laboratorium Jurusan Teknik Lingkungan.
Kurikulum yang dirancang 145 SKS untuk 8 semester dirancang agar lulusan nantinya bisa berkontribusi nyata dalam pemecahan permasalahan-permasalahan lingkungan. Adapun saat ini, alumni atau lulusan Teknik Lingkungan IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta sudah tersebar di berbagai bidang kerja, antara lain sebagai HSE Supervisor, kemudian Environmental Compliance, kemudian ASN atau Aparatur Sipil Negara di pemerintah pusat maupun pemerintah daerah, kemudian juga tenaga trainer penelaah dampak lingkungan, trainer K3 nasional, dan juga berprofesi sebagai dosen maupun wirausaha bidang teknik lingkungan.
Mari bergabung bersama kami di jurusan Teknik Lingkungan Institut Sains dan Teknologi AKPRIND Yogyakarta untuk masa depan yang lebih cerah.
Wah, akhirnya pulang kampung. Pulang ke Jogja yang memang terbuat dari rindu
ya,
dan
sudah,
kenangan.
Pak. Di sini aja.
Siapa? Silakan.
Wah, sampai juga. Bu, Ibu. Bu. Teruslah tumbuh dan berinovasi bersama IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Yang terhormat, Dr. Edi Sutanta STMkom selaku Rektor IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta. Yang kami hormati, Dr. Randa Yuli Pratiwi MSI CWS selaku Dekan Fakultas Sains Terapan IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta. Yang kami hormati, Dekan Fakultas, Ketua Jurusan, dan Bapak Ibu dosen IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta, serta yang kami sayangi pula, teman-teman mahasiswa IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta yang telah hadir pada acara kita hari ini.
Pertama-tama, marilah kita panjatkan puja dan puji syukur kita atas kehadirat Tuhan Yang Maha Esa, karena dapat berkumpul dalam acara International Guest Lecture oleh Dr. Nuzaimah Mustafa dari Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka dengan topik Green Production. Tak lupa salawat serta salam kita curahkan kepada junjungan kita Nabi Muhammad SAW. Acara ini terselenggara oleh kerjasama Fakultas Sains Terapan IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta, Badan Perencanaan dan Pengembangan IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta, Fakulti Teknologi Kejuruteraan Mekanikal dan Pembuatan FTKMP Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka atau UTeM.
Sebelum acara kita mulai, kami akan memperkenalkan diri terlebih dahulu. Saya Raisa dari jurusan Teknik Lingkungan Angkatan 2020 dan partner saya
Niar dari jurusan Teknik Lingkungan Angkatan 2021.
Kami sebagai MC akan memandu acara kita hari ini. Sebelum acara kita mulai, kami akan membacakan susunan acaranya terlebih dahulu. Yang pertama, pembukaan. Yang kedua, sambutan. Yang ketiga, penyampaian materi International Guest Lecture. Yang keempat, sesi tanya jawab. Dan yang kelima, penutupan. Serta dilanjutkan dengan pembagian door prize dan foto bersama.
Memasuki acara pertama, yaitu pembukaan. Baiklah, hadirin yang berbahagia, demi kelancaran acara kita pada hari ini, marilah kita berdoa. Berdoa, saya persilahkan. Berdoa selesai. Selanjutnya, menyanyikan lagu Indonesia Raya dan himne AKPRIND, hadirin dimohon untuk berdiri.
Institut Sains dan Teknologi AKPRIND Yogyakarta, amanat keluarga pejuang Republik Indonesia, demi jana dharma, ilmu untuk diabdikan, berlandaskan Pancasila bagi nusa dan bangsa. Institut Sains dan Teknologi AKPRIND Yogyakarta, amanat pejuang Republik Indonesia, demi jana dharma, ilmu untuk diabdikan, berlandaskan Pancasila bagi nusa dan bangsa.
Hadirin dipersilakan duduk kembali. Baiklah, hadirin yang berbahagia, marilah kita dengarkan kata sambutan dari Dekan Fakultas Sains Terapan IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta kepada Ibu Doktoranda Yuli Pratiwi, MSI CWS. Kami persilahkan.
Terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi Bapak Ibu, para mahasiswa. Salam sejahtera bagi kita semuanya. Yang terhormat Rektor IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta, Bapak Dr. Edi Sutanta STMkom yang beliau hadir secara online. Yang saya hormati pula Dr. Nuzaimah binti Mustafa sebagai narasumber. Yang saya hormati Bapak Ibu Dekan atau yang mewakili, Bapak Ibu Ketua Jurusan S2, S1 maupun vokasi atau yang mewakili, Bapak Ibu dosen yang berkenan hadir pada pagi hari ini, para mahasiswa peserta internasional guest lecture yang kami banggakan. Pertama-tama marilah kita panjatkan puji syukur kehadirat Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala atas berkah dan rahmatnya sehingga pada pagi hari ini kita bisa berkumpul di ruangan ini dalam kondisi sehat dan baik untuk mengikuti acara International Guest Lecture. Perlu kami sampaikan bahwa International Guest Lecture hari ini dengan narasumber Dr. Nuzaimah binti Mustafa, beliaunya adalah dari UTeM atau Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka. Ini adalah merupakan kegiatan International Guest Lecture yang kedua. Dengan topik adalah green production. Saya kira kita paham bahwa Green Production ini adalah merupakan program peningkatan produktivitas yang ramah lingkungan, kemudian berkelanjutan atau sustainable development. Kemudian pelaksanaan daripada kegiatan ini adalah secara offline yang dilaksanakan di auditorium ini, kemudian juga secara online. Di mana peserta secara offline di sini sekitar yang terdaftar adalah sekitar 240 baik dari para mahasiswa maupun dosen. Kemudian yang online adalah dari sivitas akademika yang ada di institut maupun yang ada di luar. Kemudian tujuan daripada kegiatan ini adalah untuk meningkatkan pengetahuan para mahasiswa, ya. Kemudian meningkatkan kualitas pembelajaran dosen, yang pada akhirnya kita mengharapkan lulusannya adalah berwawasan global. Saya kira ini sejalan dengan visi misi daripada institut, fakultas maupun prodi, yaitu yang bertaraf internasional. Juga kami mengharapkan kegiatan ini dapat untuk akreditasi institusi maupun program studi. Harapan kami ke depan semoga tidak hanya di bidang pendidikan yang bertaraf internasional, juga bidang penelitian, kemudian pengabdian dan penunjang kegiatan tridharma. Penyelenggaraan kegiatan ini bisa terlaksana karena yang pertama adalah dukungan dari Bapak Rektor dan jajarannya, kemudian atas kerjasama Fakultas Sains dan Terapan dan Badan Perencanaan dan Pengembangan Institusi serta dari UTeM. Untuk itu melalui kesempatan yang berbahagia ini kami sangat berterima kasih sekali kepada Bapak Rektor dan jajarannya. Kemudian kepada Ketua BP2I atau Badan Perencanaan Pengembangan Institusi yaitu Bapak Eliawan Setio Arbintarso, ST MSc PhD. Kemudian kepada Ibu Dr. Rahayu Hasanah ST Eng yang merupakan Kepala Bidang dari Kerjasama Internasional BP2I. Kemudian dari UTeM itu sendiri kami terima kasih sekali karena sudah berkenan memberi kesempatan kepada Ibu Dr. Nuzaimah sebagai narasumber. Kami juga berterima kasih kepada pelaksana kegiatan hari ini, yaitu dari jurusan Teknik Lingkungan, baik ketua jurusan, dosen maupun mahasiswanya. Juga para ketua jurusan di IST AKPRIND yang telah bekerja sama dengan baik. Tak lupa kami juga berterima kasih sekali kepada tim multimedia, mahasiswa jurusan Teknik Elektro yang telah bekerja keras demi terlaksana kegiatan ini. Dan semua pihak yang tidak bisa kami sebutkan satu persatu. Kemudian andai kata dalam pelaksanaan ini ada kekurangannya, kami atas nama penyelenggara mohon maaf yang sebesar-besarnya karena memang itu keterbatasan kami. Demikian yang bisa saya sampaikan, kalau ada kurang lebihnya saya mohon maaf. Sekian, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih kepada Ibu Dr. Anda Yuli Pratiwi, MSI, CWS, atas kata sambutan yang telah diberikan.
Now, let's greet our speakers today, Dr. Nuzaimah Mustafa from Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka. Good morning, Dr. Nuzaimah.
Good morning. How are you?
You feel to be the speakers on our campus.
Thank you very much for inviting me. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Again, thank you very much for a very warm welcome from AKPRIND there. And also, thank you again for inviting me as a speaker. I hope that what I've shared together with you all in AKPRIND can benefit, if not many, but a little bit information or knowledge from me can be transferred to AKPRIND. So I'm not sure how should I start straight away with the lecture, or should we say hi to the reactor, or I pass to you, MC?
Thank you very much. We are also very happy that you are willing to be a speaker at this event. Hopefully, this will be a file of reward for you. And hopefully, the knowledge that will be given useful for all of us. Amin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the next one is a welcoming speech and open this international lecture from Rector IST AKPRIND Yogyakarta, Dr. Edi Sutanta, STMkom. To Dr. Edi Sutanta, time is yours.
Ya, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning. Our distinguished guest, Mrs. Dr. Nuzaimah Mustafa, the senior lecturer from the Faculty of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering Technology, Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka, as our speaker at the guest lecture in this morning. Selamat pagi, Bu Dr. Nuzaimah. Apa kabar?
Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, sangat berbesar hati hari ini
Alhamdulillah.
kerana dijemput, dan sedikit introduction mengenai AKPRIND itu membuatkan saya ingin melawat ke sana, insya-Allah, dan dijemput juga AKPRIND untuk datang ke sini melawat Melaka.
Amin, amin, insyaallah. Also, Mrs. Yuli Pratiwi, the Dean of Fakultas Sains Terapan, Institut Sains dan Teknologi AKPRIND Jakarta, Mr. Eliawan, the Head of Badan Perencanaan dan Pengembangan Institut. Also, Mrs. Rayu Hasanah, the Head of Bidang Kerjasama dan Urusan Internasional, IST AKPRIND. My honorable colleagues, lecturers at Universiti Teknologi Malaysia Melaka, also IST AKPRIND, and maybe from other campus. Also of all the participants who attended today, who are joined offline or online via Zoom. First as all, let us thank to the Almighty Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Because of His blessing, we are able to attend this class in the morning. Ladies and gentlemen, the name of today's program is International Guest Lecture, with the topic to be delivered is green production. Green production, also referred to as green manufacturing, is an important topic and will be the choice for producers and now and in the future. It is a practice that growing in popularity among manufacturing business and customers, with business partner and shopper tuning the tax on manufacturers who are not refining their process for the good of the environment. This program is hosted by Fakultas Terapan and the Badan Perencanaan dan Pengembangan in collaboration with the Faculty of Mechanical and Manufacturing Engineering Technology, UTeM. For this program, we have special guest lecture. She is Mrs. Dr. Nuzaimah Mustafa. Best regard from me, and nice to meet you, Mrs. Dr. Nuzaimah. And it is such an honor for us to have you here as a speaker. We hope that one day we can meet in person at UTeM or maybe at IST AKPRIND. Insya Allah nanti dalam waktu yang tidak lama kita akan coba kalau tidak datang ke Malaysia juga mungkin mengundang Ibu ke AKPRIND. We extend our gratitude for the time you spend for us and are willing to share your knowledge with us. Hopefully, you feel comfortable here. Ladies and gentlemen, this event was held with the support of many authorities. So, For that, I would like to express my gratitude for university this program in this morning, as well as all the participants who attended today. I also apologize if there are probability things that are less pleasing. Kuliah tamu dan topik green production, saya nyatakan dibuka. Terima kasih. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Saya kembalikan ke MC.
Thank you to Dr. Edi Sutanta for speech and opening this international guest lecture.
Okay, for the next event, presentation of international guest lecture and followed by question and answer, it will be hosted by our moderator, Dr. Muklis SPMSC. To Dr. Muklis SPMSC, time is yours.
Thank you, Resha and Nia. Rektor Institut of Science and Technology AKPRIND Yogyakarta, Dean Faculty of Applied Science, lecturers, students, all participants, good morning and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Welcome to today's international guest lecture. Our topic is green productions. My name is Muklis and I'll be your moderator for today's discussion. To give you an overview of what we will be discussing, we will be covering in lecturing for 75 minutes. We'll have Q&A session at the end of the presentation for 30 minutes. Our speaker is Dr. Nuzaimah Mustafa. Assalamualaikum, Dokter.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Dr. Nuzaimah is graduated from Universiti Sains Malaysia for bachelor and master's degree and graduated from Universiti Putra Malaysia for doctoral degree in 2021. She currently works at the Department of Manufacturing Engineering Technology, Technical University of Malaysia Melaka. Dr. Nuzaimah has been a lecturer for 12 years. Dr. Nuzaimah does research in material science, material testing, and characterization. She has published several articles and book chapters on this subject. She also has working experience in the industry for 9 years. Audience, nowadays, pollution has occurred everywhere. Pollution of soil, air, and water. One of strategy to reduce pollution is an implementation of green productions. Speaker will explain about the component of green productions, namely green product innovation, green manufacturing process, green use phase, and green end of life. Dr. Nuzaimah, floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the introduction, Dr. Mukhlis. Again, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yang dihormati Rektor of Science and Technology, Dean, all the lecturers, all the students, all the audience from industry maybe. And thank you very much. A very warm introduction from AKPRIND and a very heartwarming to be invited to be a guest speaker in AKPRIND. I might share my my presentations, and just for if my internet having problem or you cannot hear me clearly, just inform me so that I might do something here. Yeah. Again, salam silaturahim daripada Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka, especially from Faculty of Mechanical and Manufacturing Technology for Institut Sains Teknologi AKPRIND Yogyakarta. And I'm very delightful to be invited here. So as an introduction, as Dr. Mughal has already intro previously, and I'm a lecturer in Universiti Teknikal Malaysia Melaka for about 12 years. Previously, I was working as a senior chemist before, after graduated from the master. So I became the senior chemist for R&D department actually, to make a glove for a company Ansel. I believe that some of you might see the Ansel logo somewhere in the hospital or in the drugstore. And later I was moved to another company as a, I would say, a chemist as well, but it's slightly different industry, whereby it's a lot about chemicals, but still related to the glove production. And after in the industry about 9 years, I decided to transfer the knowledge as academician. So I joined UTeM on the 2011. So welcome from UTeM to AKPRIND, where we are proud to be introduced as a UTeM, as a Melaka, and Melaka as a UTeM. So we are I invite all the AKPRIND to come over to UTeM. So as well, you will visit Melaka. So a slightly introduction. Where are we? We are in the Melaka city, in the Melaka state, where we have Malaysia divided into two, Peninsular Malaysia and East Malaysia, where Melaka is situated nearby Kuala Lumpur, but a very small state. So UTeM is situated in Melaka, where we are known, Melaka is known as a historical city of Melaka. So we generally having with two campuses. So we have a main campus, and we call it the Durian Tunggal, nearby the exit of Melaka. So this is the main campus. We also have a campus, technology campus. So this technology campus more focuses, it's not more focuses, we are, these campuses, we are from technology faculties. We do have two technology faculty right now, electrical and electronic faculties, and mechanical and manufacturing faculties. So UTeM, we do have 8 faculties. We do have pure engineering faculties, electronic and computer engineering, electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, manufacturing engineering, information and communication technology engineering, technology management entrepreneurship. When we also have the one that I've said in the campus technology, we are having electric and electronic engineering technology faculties, and my faculty is mechanical and manufacturing engineering technologies. So we do have academic center to support us. And in mechanical, in my faculty, manufacturing and mechanical faculty, we do have around 101 laboratories. It's including high-end CNC machineries, injection molding, laser jet, and we also have conventional machining, the mechanical automotive laboratories, and also software laboratories, CATIA, PLM. And we also have a cutting-edge facilities such as CNC, conventional, CMM, and also the rest. We also have conventional casting processes and many more. All right, that's slightly introduction, a slight introduction for my faculties and UTeM. I hope from this introduction we are delighted to know about UTeM and would like to visit UTeM more. Okay, I might start my lecture now so that we go to the we are focusing on the green production. What my sharing here is more like what I familiar with and what I've done before, what I've done all along since my industry field and also during the teaching all these 12 years. And hopefully it can give some slight information, especially to the students and to all the lecturers that might help in improving our way of teaching. And hopefully this lecture also can help us to be more aware about the green, I would say, the green demand that we are now looking forward to. So what green production all about is about, it started from the very beginning of the process of a product, meaning that, for example, like this water bottle, it should be started from the product innovation itself and how it being manufactured and how it being used at the customer part, and also how we're going to dispose this bottle. All these processes should be, we call it in a green green state or green processes. So now this is slightly roughly the idea of my lecture this morning. I will start with the introduction and slightly briefing about what is green production all about, and the green manufacturing, what the requirement of green manufacturing, and at the use phase, what we need to do to ensure that our product are in a green state, and how thus we wanted to dispose our product in a green way. So now, our world right now is looking forward or moving toward the sustainable development, so that the authorities has been decided there are 17 goals, sustainable development goals, that we need to achieve all along the way, to ensure that all the area all around the world, including the environment, the people, and the socio-economy, and the rest is well taken care of. So 17 goals that should be included. One of it is a green production. So this is the 17 goals that we are looking forward right now. So part of it is a green production. So what is commonly we understand about the green production? Green meaning commonly is associated, when we see green wording, is commonly associated with the eco-friendly living, meaning that how we live that are safe for us and also safe for the environment. We should recycling. Normally, we commonly being associated with green is recycling. Energy saving. What is the product that we use, is energy saving or not? How we are disposing our waste, and how to make sure that what we do currently is less pollution that is created, and whatever that we use, the resources that we use is renewable. So now let us together know where are we standing right now, how much that we use our, I would say, resources from the earth, from the environment. Everybody can take out the phone so that you can scan the QR code here, so that we do together. Can everybody do it? Is it possible there, Dr. Muklis?
Yes, impossible.
Impossible? Can you scan the code?
Okay, I try it.
Yeah. if you can display the code, then I think everybody can go into the calculator.
In calculator.
Yes.
Is it? Okay. Okay.
Okay. So if everybody can do it, you just take the first step. You just click take the first step. And just answer the question very sincerely. How often do you eat animal-based product, kind of thing? Then occasionally or never or frequent. You just move the click there, right and left. Then you go forward and next and next and next. Is it the audience in the hall possible to do it? Is it okay? Are you having this similar that I display in my slide? Just skip to view my results. Then you can see how many earth that you use. Okay, may I get some response? How about Farid Budianto? Is it possible for the audience to follow the slide?
Doctor?
Yeah, is it possible, Dr. Halil? Do you get the similar result as my slide? Okay, so what I'm going to share here is actually how does we live in this world and how does our way of life taking how much from the earth, taking how much from the environment, that is it really we are doing or we are practicing the green kind of life, of way of life, or is it actually we just live as it is and not aware of what we are doing that may harm the environment itself. So what I'm showing here is what the lifestyle of myself, where you can see that from there I'm using so-called, they are interpreting how much they am using my lifestyle causing the usage of the resources from the earth. So can you imagine if one person using up to 4.5, for example, earth, and times by how many billion person in the world, so that we can see how bad is our earth situation right now, our environment situation right now. So where all these things come from? It's come from the carbon footprint that we are producing. Where are the carbon footprint that we're producing from? It's from the food that we are taking. This is the processes that come, how to give to put the food on your plate, and the how to prepare the building that we are staying under. And because I'm live quite nearby my workplace, so the mobility might not so much causing the carbon footprint. So from here we can know where are we now. So with this awareness, soon or later, I hope that we can put in mind that whatever that we do, even not in our power, but we try to minimize it so that our environment will be safer for the future generation and for us as well. So the concept that normally or as a general that green production really into it is a environmental conscious. So first thing first, in our mind, when we talk about green, so we need to really conscious about the environmental effect of what we do, even the product or our way of life, or the thing that we use, or the resources that we use, for example, like electrical, water, and the rest, or the transportation that we are traveling with. And also, apart from that, the production also need taking care of a fair trade, meaning that a fair payment that we provide or we give to the producer of the what we are using right now. For example, the food that we are taking care of, the food that we are taking. So is it really the farmers that producing our food really having a good I would say salary by preparing all the food for us? And in the business term, the business enterprises or the company must be very ethical to ensure all this, and also for the people that are together in the processes. All the processes must be very ethical, and the resources that we use should be we are moving to the biomaterial. So now, this is the generally stages of what are our product journey. This is a journey of whatever that we use. For example, our phone, our mobile, our laptop, our shoes, our clothes, even our food itself. So this is the journey where it started and where the product going. So it started from the extraction of the raw material. For example, our mobile phone, it extract all the I would say the metal and everything from the earth, and it processes the materials in order for them to be used in the making of the mobile phone. And with that, it's also having its transportation. We transport the raw material to the processing factory, and also it transport this processed raw material to the company or to the manufacturer. And also after complete, for example, the mobile phone is completed, we transport it to the user, transfer to the user, and towards the end, after end of the usage of the production, the product, it goes to the end of life. So here it shows that whether this one we're going to straight away dump it, or we're going to reuse it and taking all the recycling or reuse material and go back to the manufacturer and making it again the similar product, and sent to the customer. So all along the processes, there are material, or there are energy that include during this processes is energy, the material consumption, and this energy and raw material consumption causing emission to our air, emission to our soil, and emission to the water. So this is we need to really take into account. Okay, now. So as from the beginning of the product, for example, the beginning of the product, for example, this product, this mobile phone, there are hierarchy of how to design it to make sure that this product, for us in our discussion right now, is a green product. And to make sure, and soon or later, or currently, many of the company are moving towards from the green design, go to the eco design, and they are moving to up to the sustainable design. What we are looking, the ultimate design that we are looking for is design for sustainability. What does it design for sustainability? Meaning that when we design a product, all the processes must be sustainable enough for the environment, for the people, and also for the economy. So it must be good for everybody that are in the circle. But as for now, we are talking about the green design, meaning that the product that you use or design for our product focuses on the single use or single issues only. For example, like recycled materials. That is what we call it as green design. So the green design. So then we move forward, we look for the eco design, meaning that the design development has a add-on consideration at every stages of the process, must be environmental consideration. And a sustainable design, what we are looking for, a design for sustainability, which a radical redesign of the product. We have this product and we redesign it, and we are moving toward the sustainable future. The whole design must be looking for the sustainability. Okay. So now, this is the process or the journey of a product, like I previously, sustainable design we are looking for. It must be a green, focuses on the extraction of the raw material. Okay. So the material processing must be green, initiative, manufacturing, assembly, and the product use, and also end of life of the product itself. So one of the key important in designing of a product, we are looking for, we call it as dematerialization. What dematerialization they're all about is when we design a product, we must make sure that the product must be very minimum usage of the raw material, right? And meaning that the raw material that we extract from the earth, and as many as can, we need to reuse the material or recycling the material. This is our design must be focused on. And it entails level of activity at every stage of the production and consumption. So when we design it, we make sure that these are including all together. So what, again, and the target of dematerialization is, the strategy is by save resources in the extraction material. So we need to use very minimum material that we extract from the earth. And we try to innovate, or we try to design to the green and improve the ecological part of design of the product. And we must make sure that practice environmental conscious consumption and habit and pattern, this for the our part, the behavior. And we recycle and reuse and restore and rethink and redesign again to make sure that we are suit for the green design. Okay, now, as simple as we can thing about dematerialization is translated into such activities like our design and our target is to make it more lighter. Another one is more lighter because of the transportation issues, so that we less when we bigger or heavier product, when we transport it, we need a bigger transportation and also much more fuel to be transferred from this, for example, like from the manufacturer to the customer. So currently, we are focusing more smaller laptops, lighter laptops, and now we are having a tablet, even more smaller. Okay. The other activity that can become of one of the material strategy is replacement of the physical materials such as papers, papers that we read before, to substitute to the e-reader from the physical book. So we read from the tablet or we read from our handphone. And reduction the use of material system or reduction the use of energy, so that we ride or we share public transport on, and the product can be transported together with the other products. So this is our target, and we already in the system. So moving forward, we may have more advanced design from this. Previously, we use CDs. Previously, we use Netflix. Previously, we read books, and currently we still have, but quite less. And we read book from the books. And now, previously we use camera and bulk camera, but there is a bulk camera right now, but it's focusing for the photographers. But for our usage, for common people, use just the handphone. Okay. So this is the very simple example that where everything, phone, radios, TVs, books, and everything is now currently in a one smartphone. And also currently we having is a smartwatch as well. And how we produce it also is slightly different right currently. Previously we need a bigger factory to produce it. And now we are capable doing it by additive manufacturing, whereby small, we don't need too many people, and a small factory setup, we can produce a product itself. So that is about the design, the materialization. So this is our target. Our target of materialization is to make sure that the quality, we cannot compromise with the quality, and very less waste generation. Should be ease manufacturing, like I said before. Additive manufacturing is one of it, and it should be less cost. It help me to give more saving for us, and it can be easy to repair and be replaced, not straight away to be dumped. And the size and should be lighter, smaller, and more complex, with everybody must be in. So with this, we can save the weight, we can save the energy that we use. Okay, so ultimately, our target in the green product innovation or green design should be all of us who are designing, especially, I believe that jurusan teknik machine doing all design, or what faculty that also doing design in AKPRIND? May someone share with me?
Fakulti Teknologi Industri.
Fakulti Teknologi Industri. Fakulti Teknologi Industri. Fakulti Teknik Machine, are they doing the design as well?
Pardon?
Fakulti Teknik Machine.
Yes, yeah. Mechanical engineering and industrial engineering.
Oh, okay. May I get participant student from mechanical engineering? Is it possible for me?
Yes, possible. teknik mesin.
Yeah, anyone will do.
Ada yang dari teknik mesin, tunjuk tangan, teknik mesin, tunjuk tangan, teknik mesin tuh ya itu.
Yeah. May you share with me, or you can speak Indonesian? Boleh share dengan saya? Sepanjang kamu belajar dan membuat desain, desain yang bagaimana ataupun apa yang telah kamu lakukan that you may think that you are doing the right thing? Boleh perkenalkan diri?
Siapa yang mau coba jawab?
Izin Bu, pakai bahasa. Halo.
Halo.
Selamat pagi Bu, pakai bahasa Bu.
Terima kasih.
Pak
Arif ya?
Perkenalkan saya Arif Susanto Bu.
Ya.
Kebetulan S2 Rekayasa Mesin. Saat ini saya di kawasan industri dan saya rencana untuk penelitian di solar energi Bu. Kebetulan di Medan Bu, dekat dengan Malaysia ya Bu ya.
Oh, Medan ya. Ya. Sebelah saja.
Bu, solar energi ini sudah diterapkan di tempat kami Bu. Dan saat ini yang kalau di solar energi ini memang dengan daya menengah Bu ya untuk industri dengan kapasitas sekitar 2 megawatt peak. Kalau di investasi awal memang yang harganya cukup mahal Bu, namun dalam operasionalnya sebenarnya ya hemat di tenaga kerja dan perawatannya itu Bu.
Oh, dia maksudnya lagi jimat.
Untuk perawatan dan ininya biaya operasionalnya Bu, overhead untuk biaya operasional itu memang lebih minim ya Bu ya, karena
jadinya cost
perawatan
saving.
itu hanya pembersihan saja gitu. Namun memang di investasi awal yang cukup tinggi nih Bu. Tapi ya kalau untuk di Indonesia sebenarnya memang kedepannya sebenarnya juga cukup bagus kalau dikembangkan.
Jadinya cadangannya Bapak di AKPRIND harusnya semuanya solar energy ya?
Dan ini termasuk bagian dari mata kuliah di kami ada Bu. Itu mungkin Bu dari saya.
Oke, terima kasih. So jadinya anak-anak mahasiswa maksudnya sudah familiarize dengan design for sustainable, I would say, for easier understanding.
Kalau di rekayasa mesin memang ada mata kuliah Bu untuk energi terbarukan Bu. Bagian dari solar energy lalu wind power ini masuk Bu dalam mata kuliah itu.
How about the design of the product, Bapak?
Kalau desain produknya ya kalau penelitian menurut pengampunya atau dosen yang berkaitan sudah dilakukan Bu untuk wind power ini Bu di daerah Yogyakarta. Kalau dari informasi dari dosen. Namun kalau ini kebetulan saya itu tadi Bu untuk solar energy ini sudah ya familiar Bu karena di lingkungan kerja saya sendiri itu. Itu mungkin Bu dari saya.
Oke, terima kasih Bapak. Terima kasih atas feedback daripada Bapak. It's very good to know that Indonesia already moving forward to the solar energy and renewable energy, I would say. So that is our target, and hopefully Malaysia doing the similar initiative like Indonesia as well. So why we are doing all this? Because we need to make sure that the resources that we use very less, and what we take from the environment should be less, and it should be can be used in longer time. Okay. The reduction and bring conscious effort improvement, reducing all the overall consumption, meaning that from the minerals, from the animal resources and all good service, and the reduction in the use of primary material resources by improving the recycling and reusing secondary. So there is a from the product innovation. So now we need to know again where are, especially where are our country right now, how much our country producing the carbon that cause harmful to the world, to the environment as a whole. So how that there's a measurement, how we wanted to know how much is the footprint that we as a country has been used, what we take from the environment, we take from our environment, we use it in terms of energy, in terms of settlement, in terms of usage, timber, pepper, food, and seafood. And how fast we consume all this, how fast we consume all these 5 main pillars in order for our to survive in this world. And we consume resources and we generate waste and we send back to the environment, compared how fast our nature can absorb our waste from the one that we use and generate a new resources for us to use back. Okay. So we need to know where are we now. So is your country running an ecological deficit? Our country is doing well, doing good to make sure the very less usage, and we produce waste, less waste, or we are doing vice versa from the we should do. So this is the one that I generate. So all of you can also scan the barcode and we can know where are our country standing right now. Can everybody do it? All the floors and also the online participant, can you help me to go to this barcode and see where are we standing right now? You can, when you open this website, you can see a world map like this, and you can move your cursor until you see Indonesia. Until you see Indonesia, then you click that. Can you see this kind of these features? So you can move the one, your cursor, until you reach 2022. If you go back, if you move the cursor towards the earlier 1965 or earlier 1970s, we can see all the green part. But now our world are moving toward the modernization. Seems like we are doing slightly not okay with the environment. So try to get to the maximum 2022. So you can see either our country doing deficit or reserve. Is everybody with me? So we can see here, it is how much that we use as per person. Yeah. So we can see this is average of per person. biocapacity. So, but biocapacity per person, global hectare, the unit is global hectare, minus of ecological footprint per person, then we can get 0.5 global hectare. It's in the rate, it shows that a deficit. So that we hope deficit is not okay, but most of the country are having these issues as well. 1.0 kind of thing, the GHA. So this deficit occurs when is more from the nature to absorb from our waste, and it's very, and we keep using it, we keep using it, we keep using it. And what we are afraid of, soon in 2030 or 2050, this deficit number will go higher. Before the modernization, we can see all the green part. If you move the cursor, you can see that it is not the deficit, it's a reserve. So we can see green here. So now it move forward to the red. So it should be a concern for us to be aware about how green our life. So if you can see this red, most of the countries are really doing deficit. Can you imagine all around the world, most of them is in the red situation, meaning that all of them are having a deficit. Only few countries are still in a green area. So can you imagine soon or later what going to happen to our environment, to our earth? So the impact will be for us as well, because we can see it in a global picture, so that we think we are okay, we are doing okay. So this is our concern. This is the thing that I want to inculcate or to plan in each and everyone heart, that we are really need to be aware how does we live and how does it give impact to the environment. So because of that, we are talking about how the manufacturing process. So now, after we extract the raw material, after we process the raw material, we need to produce it, to manufacture it into a product. So what is the objective during manufacturing this product? In our mind, or in the company mind, we must put in mind that we are producing goods while minimizing the environmental impact. How you wanted to do it? So by adopting green manufacturing practice, to make sure this is the company that already in the green manufacturing process, they are already have the initiative. I just named few, but many more. And they are not only minimize their ecological footprint, but also they are having a better brand reputation. In another word, they are having a free marketing, because currently the people live in this world more conscious, environmental conscious market. So we are moving towards looking for a product for a company from who are practicing the green process. So now we need to know what we should do as a company, or later when the students or we ourselves who are work together with industry and the student later join the industry, how we wanted to know what we should do in order to have green manufacturing processes. Conventionally, previously, long time before, and even we have it now for not all company, but some of the company previously, this is how we are making a product. traditional manufacturing. We take the material, we pre-manufacturing, we manufacture it, the customer use it and straight away dump it. We just throw it away. We don't care how about to do with the product. And this product we straight away send to the landfill. This is how previously it being practiced. And even we do have some of it right now. And later we move forward to lean manufacturing, where we use lesser material and everything is in the process of being less. So meaning that we reduce the amount of the product that we use or we produce, and we still dump it, but in a smaller number compared to conventional. And it moved forward for a green manufacturing. It started from the beginning of the raw material itself. The material that we use, we recycle from the product previously. And then we reuse again the product instead of sent to the landfill. And we reduce the similar initiative that we use. And soon, and now we need to really put in mind of a sustainable manufacturing, where we need to inculcate all this. We reduce, we reuse, we recycle, recover, meaning that from this smartphone, we recover as much as we can the material that can be used and send back to the manufacturer to remanufacturer and again use it, make it a product, or we need to redesign. If this is not good enough, redesign again to make sure that, as per what we discussed before, design for sustainability. This is our target. So now, in order to get into the idea of how the green manufacturing should be, so we need, first of thing, resources efficiency. So as per Bapak Arif said just now, you are currently using the solar energy. So it's a part of the initiative. And you design the product as energy efficient technologies. And we adopt recycling, not only for the product that we are using, the raw material, we recycle the water from the processes that we have. Instead of we just straight away to the drain and they just let the water go to the sea or go to the river. So we take back the water, recycle it, using again for our production. So this should be being implemented by minimizing the waste that we are producing, as much as when we use less raw material, so that we should minimize the waste that we are producing, not only during the manufacturing, but towards the end of the product. So how do we do it? That's lean manufacturing principles. This is another topic. And with that, we eliminate the process that are not okay and efficient. So it helps us to reduce. We reduce the packaging waste. Previously, we pack everything is very bulky pack, and the product is not fragile, is not robust enough. So we need to pack bigger and more using packaging material. We should make it less. And reusing and recycling material and implementing proper waste management. Okay. So for the industry, for the company, should prevent pollution. Like example, the water go to the drain, go to the river, go to the sea. We should recycle it in our waterway system. To that, we have a cleaner production processes. And again, it should be starting from the product design itself. How we emphasize the design with focuses on sustainability towards the product life cycle, from the beginning of it being designed up to the end of life. And also, as a company or as industry, we make sure that the supply chain management, also the supply chain, our left and right, collaboration with the suppliers, collaboration with the customers, to promote a sustainable practice. So we make sure that, for example, our transportation, our courier or our transportation using a green so-called fuel or a green so-called transportation, so that it must be inculcated for the entire processes. And how we wanted to know the overall of the product cycle is we are producing with less waste, we are producing more pollution. How we wanted to know it? There are assessment that we call life cycle assessment of the product, where we're assessing the environmental impact of a product from the raw material extraction to a disposal. This one will explain later during the end of life of the processes. So now, each company should also, we having ISO 9001. I think everybody is aware of the 9000. 9000 is a quality of a system, management system, but each company should also oblige to the environmental management system, what we call it as ISO 14000. In ISO 14000, there is a lot about, it's about 5 another management system that we need to oblige for. So with this, it helps us how to run our company so that we are okay with all this. We are, I would say, in line with the green manufacturing processes. So this is just a brief summary of what we are talking about then about the green manufacturing. All right, so we're using renewable energy rather than previously we take the oil, we take the crude, using coal, nuclear, natural gases, where soon or later it will be deficit. You cannot use it. So this one we are moving to this one. I believe in Indonesia can have this geothermal energy. May someone help me that in AKPRIND there has I'm not sure whether research about using geothermal energy. Can someone? I believe that there's a lot of gunung berapi there, right? Bapak Mukhlis? Ini ada fakultas di mana-mana yang mungkin ada research atau membuat kajian mengenai ini, ataupun memang ada diajar di sana. Kami di Malaysia tiada geothermal energy ini sebab kami tak ada gunung berapi.
Speaker tadi tanya tentang ada enggak yang buat kajian tentang geothermal. Dari geologi mungkin Pak Radit mungkin. Ya. Ya. Ada dokter, ini ada yang
ada ya.
Yang tentang geothermal.
Mungkin boleh sedikit share sedikit saja.
Mungkin Pak Radit boleh jelaskan sedikit tentang berhubungan dengan energi terbarukan gitu. Berhubungan dengan manufacturing proses ya.
Ya, bagaimana dilaksanakan dengan begitu?
Proses manufakturnya di mana?
Ataupun di mana dia digunakan?
Okay, especially for general, geothermal is part of the mining industry, and also it poses significant environmental challenge to its resource intensive nature. So is maybe need some practically to maybe mitigate the environmental impact of the process in geothermal. Actually, to enforce green production practice, I don't know, maybe in Malaysia case has been some example so many industry in geothermal. In Indonesia, we don't know the subject about the geothermal actually, because in this Indonesia, maybe geothermal still some practical study that needs some effort about the special rock and maybe the special case, special exploration. I think with your like this, like application, this we can reduction maybe reduction the effect of the some chemicals about geothermal process. I don't know, maybe in your con with that
Okay,
part before, yeah.
All right, thank you very much for the feedback.
Can you know about my explanation, madam?
Yes. Yeah, I want to know whether Indonesia has the geothermal as a renewable energy. Okay, thank you very much for the explanation. So this is the hierarchy that we should be. So this one you already have discussed before. So now I wanted to share which company are really into a green, I would say, a sustainable manufacturing or sustainable design for sustainable and everything as sustainable. For example, Lego is one of it. Okay. They are already make a ball. By 2022, their manufacturing of their product, one brick should reduce carbon dioxide emission by 10%. Can you imagine the small bricks? One brick can reduce by 10% compared to 2016. So they are doing very good in terms of this green manufacturing process. So they reduce the carbon emission by 10,000 ton every year. So they are also make about to reduce waste by 10% per bricks compared to 2016. And they are currently using renewable energy for their company. And they are also using material in order to produce their bricks from the recycled materials. And they are also currently producing the bricks from renewable material from a sugarcane. There are bricks from a sugarcane, so that they are not using, previously it should be plastic, right? Polypropylene, polypropylene, they are using plastic where it should be extracted from the earth. Now they are using sugarcane. So they don't have, and it should be don't have any problem. And other than that, they are make sure that the left and the right part of their system should support them in terms of a carbon emission, because their supply is also reporting their carbon footprint. So this one should be included in our supply chain management. And they are also, not only that, they are also to encourage, they are make sure that their employees also having a the encourage to reduce energy waste and everything. So we can go further in the Lego website in order to know. It's quite interactive, so that they are explaining what they do in order to make sure to be in the system, to be in the sustainable development area. So now we are going to the use phase, how we use our product. So our target should be, the product should be minimizing environmental impact and maximizing efficiency is very good during the active use operation of the product. During we using, now we are as a customer use the product that will be manufactured by the company, the factory. So now, first thing first, what is our should be our stand when to buy the product? We should look for a product that are energy efficiency. Okay. So how the company should already, the manufacturer should already produce a product using a energy efficient components, improving the insulation so that no much energy to be used or to be wasted, implementing smart energy, and we as a customer should choose a product that are having this remark. Okay, so the product already being produced or print design with a water saving mechanism, for example, should be being recycled after we use it. For example, this bottle, we use it and we recycle it rather than we just dump in the dustbin and the waste collector just dump into the landfill. It should be go to the recycle factory. And we should using less disposable materials for that one single-use product. And it should be all the system, for example, like car, motorcycle, motorbike should be using less emission, cleaner fuels. And we ourselves, this is the very important part. Our part, how to ensure that we are practicing all this. So how was it? In Malaysia, we do have a product or for example, like fridge. We have this logo so that it shows that it's a very eco-efficiency product. So we should go for this symbol of the product and when we buy the one that we wanted to use. So this is our part. We are go for this one. If many people or many of us looking for this product, so the manufacturer will eagerly to produce more product that are more energy efficient. So now Tesla already come up with a zero emission car that they claim release more sustainable exhaust, not as similar as our car. Okay, so now it should be the one that we are eco-efficiency use product. It should be improve our business and everything. This is what we gain from the eco-efficiency product. So it's actually not really the end, but this is the end life of our product, where our product goes after this. So we should know that this commonly, traditionally or conventionally, this is how we do to our product. We just use it, we eat it, after its active use, after the end of its lifespan, we throw it in the dustbin, and the dustbin go to the landfill. And this is the issue that we are having currently and previously. So what should be the product end of life, minimize environmental impact, and also maximize resources of the recovery. So how we want to do it? So this one also play important role, where we explain in later, life cycle analysis or life cycle assessment. So we previously we already designed for the assembly. How? We make sure that when you design it, this product is easier to be removed, each part, so that the customer itself can recycle and reuse it at their part. It should be how we wanted to do the product. And also, even we cannot do it, even we give to the recycling factory or recycling company, they can dismantle this one very easy and recover all the material or all the item that can be used again. And also extended producer responsibility. The producer itself must be responsible in order to make a program where they take back the product that they sell and they're doing it so-called recycle or reuse or remanufacture, and they take back the program. So the initiative should come from the company itself. And as well, this one is together with design for the assembly, recycling, resource recovery, separating the processing, extract valuable resources and reuse it. Like for example, currently tire, we extract the metal from the tire, we extract the rubber that we can use it, we recycle it, we use it. For example, in the roadside, the metal we use it in another part. That is for tires, car tires. and awareness and education. This is the very important part of what we are talking about. So life cycle analysis is, I believe that every company should make this one as a practice, and we ourselves should be using it as well, where analysis from cradle to the grave or cradle to cradle of the product life to assess the environmental impact with all the stages of product life. From the raw material extraction, raw material acquisition, material processing, we process it, how to manufacture the product, how the impact of the environment we use it, and how the end of life environmental impact. So how we to do the life cycle assessment. Okay, this one, for example, this is number that we can know from the life cycle assessment. I just straight away show you what we can do when recycle assessment. So we have input, we have output, we have the product. So this is what we have in our class actually. This is in my class. We are using Gabi software in order to assess how the environmental impact of our product. This is one of the exercise that we are doing it. As you can see here, for example, like we have many processes: production, during the use phase, and the end of life. Each part of this, how much it gives impact to our environment. So for example, this one that I show you is the end of life of a plastic cup. This is the exercise. So we can see here how much, for example, this one we are producing, I think, for 1,000 cups. All right. 1,000 cup, we are using about 10 kgs of paper, 10 kg of plastic part. How much waste we producing? So this year we using recycle part, plastic part, and everything. And how much the waste being used, and how the waste being extract, whether it's recycle plastic, commercial waste. So what is the impact for our environment? This is the results. We can extract the results. We can see when we, even at the end of life of the product, even for example, like the plastic part, we take it as a recycle or we send it to the landfill, we calculate it, we can see how much is impacted. For example, like human toxicity. During the production, how much it causes. Fossil depletion, water depletion. One single cup of plastic cup can cause single water depletion at which part? At the production part, for example. Fossil depletion, which part are causing us much depletion? Production part. So this one we can see from the beginning of the product processes up to the end, which part are crucial, and for a manufacturer, this part they can be redesigned or rediscuss how to make it less. So also the result can see how much emission to air that caused by the one single production of plastic part. How much carbon dioxide being produced, we can see from this one, from the software. So probably Gabi is for educational, and also Gabi for the company. They are also, for what I'm using here in UTeM, we are using Gabi education. We can get for free. We apply with them. And with the there's I would say form to be filled in, and we submit to them, and they give us access to the software for us to install. So it's a good exercise, I believe, for the students, so then they know slightly, or at least basic, how the environmental impact from our usage. Okay, so I think can be implemented everywhere. Okay, so I would like to share this. Is it possible? Pak Mukhlis, can be heard there? Okay, or is not okay?
Suaranya. Suaranya bisa masuk nggak, Bu?
Ya, Bapak. Boleh dengar, Bapak?
Oke, terus.
Yes.
Kita tidak dengar suara lagi.
So with that videos is almost conclude the lecture that is about the green production. But what I want to share with all of you there is what we do as our part to be in that system so that we walk the talk, we practice what we preach. So for example, like I can share with you, this is my research, PhD research, where previously I was, as I told you before, I was from the glove industry. So during my working time that I found out the glove that we used, we just straight away discarded and that glove is being, normally will be dumped to the landfill. And can you imagine, the rubber products is not a biodegradable. It stay a longer time in the system. It stay a longer time in the earth or in the soil. So it cannot be disposed at all. It needs about 100 to 200 years. Can you imagine every day how much that we're using it? Not only in the hospital, we're using in the food industry, we're using in the car assembly industry, we're using almost all of the places. So from that, I decided or discussed with the my supervisor that I would like to kind of find ways how to recycle this product. So this is one of my initiative to try to recycle and to reuse it and try to see whether the glove has a potential to be recycled and to be reused, or to make it into another product. So what I did here is I tried to make it as a filler in my composite, so that I study the character, I study the properties of the product, the composite. I made the rubber into the matrix, so that I study the mechanical property. It shows improvement, so that meaning that there has a potential to be explored more. So what we are doing here in UTeM, my part and my team, we do have DSAM research lab, where we call it a design and sustainability for additive manufacturing. This is what we do. We try to use we are trying to explore new biocomposite material for additive manufacturing. We try to make it into a filament. That filament we can use for 3D printing. That filament should become from natural fiber fillers, recycled materials, byproduct for the company. We make it into filament and we print it. This is some of our project. We try to produce a filament and we 3D printed it into a kit building blocks. And also one of my team having a food packaging part using tapioca. And we also study about the drone. We try to have the drone frame. This is our project. And as I said, we make it into a filament. We produce our own filament. For example, we use a now filler in a PLA, and also KNAF filler into the ABS. We also use coconut into matrix. We also use wood and recycle polypropylene to make a filament. So we produce our own filament and we print it. And some of the team are making biodegradable packaging. This one can be degraded. We are using banana leaf and also tapioca starch to make it a product. So this is the one that we use, the coconut and wood, and now KNAF fiber. We also use recycle PP from the company, the byproduct from the company. We also try to produce a filament from the ground tire rubbers. We try to make it become filament and try to find ways how to use it, to produce it. And also, as I explained before, we grind the glove and make it into composite. This is what happened when we dump into the landfill. So we make it into filament, we print the product. So this is I would say additive manufacturing processes. From the raw material, waste material, we grind those material, we make it into a filament, then we print it, and we analyze the mechanical properties, so that whether it has potential, it gives us more better product or more better composite or more better filament compared to the existing products. So the processes, we mix, we extrude, make it into filament, we use filament into the 3D printer, we print a sample, and we test it. So this is how we do it. I can share slightly. How does we make it into filament? So this is how we make it using this tabletop, because we are very small actually. Our lab very small. So this is tabletop single extrusion, single extruder. We make it into filament. So this is the one that I said, coconut, wood, coconut, ground tire rubbers, and we print it. This is how we print it. This is just for us. So how we the development would be CAD model, transfer to STL file, and do the 3D printing and become an object. So this is the one that project we already run, and we went for exhibition. So this is the design, we print the product, and this is the potential application. And also this product, we print the product, this is the potential applications for semicon industry. The example of the product we are try to produce actually. So as a summary, we must together, all of us must be aware and take part how we wanted to implement a green lifestyle into our way of life. So that we can achieve that what we are discussing just now, we are using less material, we are using energy efficient product, we produce less, or then everything must be from our behavior or our way of life. So with that, I end my lecture and I open for question and answer. So, and also I would like to have all participants to scan, and just appreciate if you could spare a few moments to complete the survey. It is very simple survey, and during this time you can open for question and answer. Thank you very much. Hopefully you have benefit from my lecture.
Thank you, Dr. Nuzaimah, for your insightful and interesting presentations. Please give her applause. I'm sure our audience has learned a lot from you today. Now, let's open the floor for questions from our audience. We divide this session into 2 sections. There are 5 questioners per section. We provide 10 door prize for student or lecturer who give a speaker a question. Yeah. Please raise your hand and moving forward. Please also state your name and affiliation before asking your question. Participant in online, if you have question, please write in chat room. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Good.
Pak Mukhlis, should I stop sharing? Everybody already scanned the QR code?
Ada another?
Okay.
Ya, silakan, Robert.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good morning all.
Good morning.
Firstly, let me introduce myself. My name is Farid Hajri. My major is environmental engineering. Here, I want to ask simple questions, maybe about LCA. My question is whether ASEAN countries have implemented the life cycle assessment about the all product. Maybe that's just all my questions. So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Farid. Sorry, Bapak. Can I answer that question?
No. We collect.
Oh, okay. Collect that's the question. Okay.
Second question. Okay. Yes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Perkenalkan, nama saya Muhammad Julfikri Samsudin. Saya dari Teknik Industri. Mungkin di sini saya bertanya menggunakan bahasa Indonesia saja ya. Yang ingin saya tanyakan, dalam suatu perusahaan, apabila sudah diterapkan grant production, apakah bisa menjamin produktivitasnya meningkat? Terima kasih.
Dokter, boleh paham, Dokter? Oke, ya.
Boleh paham.
Oke, ya. Oke, yang ketiga ini. Ya, silakan. Sebelah kanan dulu.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good morning, Dokter. First, my name is Niza Faradila. I'm from Department Chemical Engineering. What I want to ask is, the goal of green production is natural resources preservation, and one way to achieve this goal is to increase the efficiency of natural resources and productivity. And what I want to ask is, how much efficiency can be increased to support the success of green production? Thank you.
Ayu.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you for opportunity. My name is Ayu and my major is environmental engineering. I want to ask you, Dr. Nuzaimah, what technologies represent the most promising solution to control and minimize emissions, waste, and energy consumption in the green manufacturing process? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The last question. Oke, iya Mbak, belakang. Iya.
Sebelumnya perkenalkan, saya Ailin dari Teknik Industri. Excuse me, Miss, to support green production, it need commitment from resource and management to do it. What solution from Dr. Nuzaimah to keep the commitment? Is there anyone from an external who audit the company? Okay, thank you, Miss.
Doctor, can you get it?
This one I not really get it. The fifth question.
Okay, Doctor, you can answer
slightly repeat.
You can answer the questions, please.
Oh, I can answer the question. Okay. Thank you. For the first question, it's about the LCA practices. Is Asian country already practiced the life cycle assessment? To be honest, it's not about Asian country or which country actually using it. It really depends on which company. Normally, multinational company have already practiced the life cycle assessment in their system. Meaning that because they need software, the software they need to buy it from the life cycle assessment producer. So normally multinational company everywhere in the system, whether it's Malaysia, in Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, If the company already have that one implemented this sustainable or life cycle assessment, they have it. Normally, especially Malaysian, Indonesian, many of us having a small SMEs, the manufacturing enterprise, they might be not really fully utilize the life cycle assessment. So I say not using the software or not using everything put in place, but they also can use it without the software. They just use it as a practice, a common practice in the company, not really using the software, buy the software and everything. So normally multinational company having that one. So the second question, dalam perusahaan green production, adakah productivity meningkat? So adakah productivity meningkat? It really depends on how the manufacturer produce the product, how the manufacturer design the product, how the manufacturer make sure that they wanted to become a more green practice, but they may make sure that they cannot compromise with the productivity, they cannot compromise with the cost, especially they cannot compromise with the quality of the product. It really depends on the manufacturer, on the designer. So how much efficiency to support the green? In terms of calculation, it's really back to the company. How this one is not really straight away. You say this one, it come back to this one. It's really one circle of the processes where it's starting from the design, it's starting from the extraction, the supply chain, the transportation, the packaging, the manufacturing itself. So it's everything all must be to look into, must be studied into, must be have research about that one, so that they can support the green initiative. What technology that can help in green manufacturing? What I can say here for a current situation, I would say IF 4.0 is the one really helped in order for us to implement better, and as long and somehow we are moving forward to the IF 4.0 industry. So IF 4.0 should help us more about this one. And the commitment, I believe the fifth question is commitment from the external or internal. It's a supply chain management. It should become from the left, right, up and down. From the entire processes must be have a commitment from all. I think I answer for all 5 questions, Bapak.
Okay, thank you. We open second session for in the left side. Okay, we invite 1, 2 in left side. First, no? 1, 2.
Can I have a question also, Bapak? So the gift you can give who can answer my question?
Bagaimana? Sila Dr.
So that the gift you can give from the who are answering my question. Okay. My question would be, can someone give me examples of ungreen or unsustainable practice that you have observed in any manufacturing processes or any production processes? Example, how?
Ada yang bisa mencoba jawab? Oke. Masnya? Ya. Tolong diberi ini. Moving forward to answer the question.
Yes. So, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am Habib Kemal Kabalma, the representative of electrical engineering majors. So had a observation about green production before. Basically, I live in Sulawesi, in Sorowako. So my family worked there in company works about nickel mine or nickel production. So we had a many green production right there. So you know the company will burn the forest. I mean, we open the land, we burn the land because we need the mine, the nickel. So we had a conversation about it. We plan back we plan back the plan, and then we have something that make the weather, make the pollution is reduced. For example, we have weather makers, rainmakers. So basically, we had a thing like what is it, like a lamp. So it's a long stick to the sky, and then if we are working with our phone, the phone is connected to the stick. If we are sending the code, the stick will shot something to the sky and make the clouds go and make the clouds dark, and it will becomes a rain. So it will reduce the pollution of that city. And of the other things, we had greenhouse. So basically, if we cut off the trees, if we cut off the plant, so we have a greenhouse that we have should take the trees, we have take the plants from the greenhouse and bring it back to the land that we have cut off the trees, and then we plant it back. I mean the rebushation. So basically, from Indonesian President Joko Widodo have been there, and he tell us about it, that he recommended it. He recommended fully about it, about the green production of that company for the others company to follow their green production. So that is basically what I have to observe before. I think that's all for me. Thank you very much.
This answer, Doctor.
Thank you very much. That's one a good practice. Maybe the second person can answer which practice are not a green practice that you can observe.
We continue into second session of Q&A, right? Ya, kita panggil pertanyaan pertama satu, lalu satu lagi sini dua. Doctor, any question in the chat room, you can read it.
Oh,
okay. Okay, first question, Mas.
Yes. Good morning again, ladies and gentlemen. Again and again, I am Habib Kemal Kabai, the representative of electrical engineering majors. So first of all, we keep talking about innovation, definition, evolution, and etc. But we lack of solution. What is lack of solution? So here it is. If we're talking about eco-friendly thing, I believe that companies and individuals are agreed and committed with it. So we think out of it, we cannot leave the first critical things. What is it? Money. So if we are working, if we are working on innovations, we need more money. If we are working in more innovations, we need more investment. If we are working more in innovations, we need more time. So many companies and individuals feel that low carbon or other green technologies have generally had a rather long payback periods. Is this definitely the case, or are there quick hit ideas that could be widely applied for faster returns on investments? And how can industry be persuaded to tackle in the environmental issue? Thank you.
Okay. Second questioner.
Good morning, Doctor. My name is Johannes Kristantio Kusdunata, and I want to talk about the mining industry and the practice in green production. As we know, mining is an essential industry that has played a significant role in shaping economies and societies worldwide. However, the traditional practices associated with mining have often led to severe environmental consequences, from deforestation and habitat construction to water pollution and greenhouse gas emission. The environmental impact of conventional mining are far-reaching. In recent years, there has been a growing an emphasis on embracing green production method to mitigate this adverse effect and promote sustainable mining practices. The question is, what are the key of environmental impacts of a traditional mining practices, and how can green production methods effectively mitigate these impacts? That's all. Thank you.
Okay, Doctor. Okay, back to you, Doctor.
With me, I think I get two questions, right? How to motivate? The first question is how to motivate the company in order to practice the green production, right? So first thing first, I think the key important part is how the government initiative, how the government give incentive, how the government promote for each of the industry to really implement the green production. Because I would say yes, we are having I would say eagerness to conduct the green production, green manufacturing, but it must be has a bigger support, especially as you said, less money, less investment, so that how the government give incentive, for example, like tax reduction or tax exemption, how the government should give subsidies in order to prepare facilities in that factory, in that company, in order for them to utilize all the processes that are more sustainable, more less pollution and everything. So how what is the government can give, and what also the company can give in order to create awareness to everybody around their, especially around their area, and also how the investment come from the outside, meaning that how the marketing play a part in order for us to get the capital in order to run the business in more sustainable way. So this is the one initiative that I can say that I believe is already running. Perhaps it's not in our information, but there are, I believe that each country, each government has already in place the processes, how to make sure that each and every manufacturer in their country to implement this process. The second one is mining industry. What previously they are doing conventionally. I believe that mining industry, most of them using kind of high energy like coal. So coal is not renewable energy. That is from my information. So probably soon or later they can move forward to using the more renewable energy like solar in order to produce, in order to run the businesses. So that is from my opinion. Bapak, did I miss another one question? Oh, I already answered the question. Can I give question as well, Bapak?
Okay.
Okay. Can someone answer me? What you can see, the challenges in our part, or for example, like in future you are in the business, in the career, in the industry, in the factory. What are the challenges that you foresee in adopting the green production practices? And how do you think that challenges can be overcome?
Yeah, Dr. Nur Hasna will give the answer.
Test. Hello, Doctor. I'm Rahayu Hasana. I see that there is no student want to answer, so I will initiate to answer first. But hope after this, there are many students will answer also. Okay, for my opinion, the challenges that we have especially in Indonesia or the developing country, to adapt the green ideas is, I think there are two things. The first one is the policy. The second one is the policy, and the second one is the knowledge. So the first one for the policy, because as we know, the developing companies still, when we can say, under the developed company, the developed industry, or the developed country. So we just follow the regulation regarding to the industrial policy, which is mostly the ungreen industries or manufacturers will be located in the developing country. So that will be the problem.
Yes.
And the second one is about the knowledge, and as we know, the most it's not about the knowledge of the smart one, or the, we are not lack of the smart people who knows the green theories, but we are lack to educate to the people in our country to understand about the greens ideas. So I think that's the thing that we should overcome to make the green production more applied in our countries. Thank you.
Okay. What do you think, Doctor?
Sorry? Yeah, jawapan tu.
What do you think about the answer?
Sangat betul. I mean, it's very correct answer. I agree with that, because most of the manufacturing investor come to a developing country like Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, Philippines, and we are the one who are having the impact of the so-called ungreen manufacturing. But what I can say here, probably the awareness, as Dr. Rahayu said, the awareness is not really implemented, or is not really inculcated in our system, meaning that the small kids not really aware about what the green itself, if we compare from the developed country. So probably that is our part. That is our part where we can make a small action, so that to give more awareness to the students, and in order for us, sooner or later, hopefully the awareness are well versed for the entire of the country, so that when they have awareness, meaning that there is a demand. When there is a demand, meaning that the investor also, or the manufacturer also, know that we don't want that so-called ungreen processes or ungreen product, so we demand for a better manufacturing system. So they themselves, we try to tell the one that from our demand. So there is like supply and demand, I would say. We ask for it and they give us what we want. So thank you. Papa, how long will be this session? We already finished that 10 question.
Yeah. Please answer the question in the chat room.
Oh, okay. Okay. Are the ASEAN countries, Indonesia and Malaysia, already preparing for the transfer of green technology? How to target achieve and what does it start? Actually, it's already started. If we can Google, there also I would say SDG SDG as I said, SDG awareness. We already have ASEAN SDG offices in ASEAN country where I think located in somewhere in I forget where the country is, but we have that one. So that one we already have I would say discussion with the investor, with the company, so that we are moving to that one. So the target achieved, it's long way journey. It's very, very long journey, and hopefully soon or later we are in that system as well. So what I want to emphasize here is where is our self stand right now? Where are our part? Where is our heart right now? It's really, we are talking about the green. Does we really practice the green way of life? So rather than we wanted to know when, but what we do in our part, what we choose, how we choose and everything. So we are moving to that green technologies, but we are slowly but surely. Okay, how to make sure that green energy more practical and inexpensive can be purchased by the public? And again, this one is we are moving to that one, but the more we demand about it, the more they are producing lesser or less expensive product. So if we are keep using the less produced by ungreen product, so the more that the manufacturer will produce the product are not green. So that is the one they are supplied. But currently, I believe we are moving to the disposal plastic bag, disposal product and everything. I believe currently most of plastic bag, I'm not sure about Indonesia, but in Malaysia, the plastic bag that we come back from the mall, we come back from the shopping, so we come back from the shops. The plastic bag itself, they using a disposable plastic bag. So after we keep it in our part is around 10 or it's about 5 to 6 months, the plastic already degrade. So we are moving to that one. So hopefully and surely later, as you said, the solar cell, the windmill might be access to us more easier and less cost. What policy and regulation are in place to encourage and enforce green production practice? In the mining industry, what I can say is very simple, straightforward, is the ISO system, ISO 14,000. It's actually the government of Malaysia already so-called, not so-called enforce or to make obligation for all to have that in place in their factory, but we do have 14,000 ISO 14,000 to be audited. The company being audited for the 14,000, and that awareness or that policy that helps us to more into the green manufacturing or sustainable production.
Finish, Bu.
Yeah, I think I answered the last question. Composite material for mass equipment are sometimes more expensive than synthetic equipment. What is doing accommodate this in Malaysia? Actually, I defer to this one. Mass composite materials actually can become lesser, cheaper, especially when we get from the recycled and reused material. So it helps us to reduce the cost. So there are a higher price of composite where the application would be more higher end product, like example, aerospace, aeroplane, automobile, and the rest. But the other composite material that we use for slightly not mechanical strength kind of structure that product, then we can use recycled material, make it less cheaper, and it can be done actually. Okay, I think I answered all the question in the chat room, Doctor.
Okay, I think any more question? Last question from participant in auditorium. Fajar, Doctor, this is the last question from the participant. Okay, Fajar, moving forward and state your name and affiliation.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Perkenalkan saya dari jurusan Teknik Lingkungan. Mungkin Ibu, saya hanya menanyakan sedikit saja. Mungkin dalam LCA, apakah hanya diikuti saja aspek dari lingkungan saja? Apakah ada dari aspek-aspek lain seperti ekonomi, sosial, dan yang lain? Mungkin bisa dijawab dengan bahasa Malaysia. Terima kasih.
Iya.
Please, Doctor.
Atas soalannya. Bunyinya seperti Malaysia sedikit ya. Mungkin mahasiswa tu dari yang berdekatan di Malaysia.
Ya, dari Padang Riau, Dokter.
Padahal bunyi Melayu. Ya,
Sila.
LCA lebih kepada lebih kepada kita nak tengok, ini betul-betul Malaysia sebab orang Riau. Lebih kepada kita nak melihat environmental impact. Tapi bila that's why, jadi di situ kita lebih fokuskan kepada apakah kesan-kesan setiap stages itu kepada environment. Tetapi from there, daripada result tersebut, kita boleh ambil maklumat tersebut in order to bring into our research or bring into our R&D to how to remodel or remanufacture or redesign or remanufacturing the entire process in order for us to make sure it's actually sustainable development should be encompass 3 items: social, economic, and also environment. It should be have one goal that every part of this should be having the higher benefit. So from LCA, we take that information, we go back and we do research, we do R&D in order to make sure all these 3 items, economic, people, and environment have the benefit, dapat menerima dia punya manfaat. Itu saja insyaAllah.
Bagaimana Fajar? Oke. Paham? Boleh paham? Boleh paham?
Bercampur-campurnya Melayu.
Okay, Doctor, thank you for your answer, and I think this is the last session, and we took the picture together. Okay, please on your camera if you are online participant. Okay, Dr. Ayu will take your photo. Okay. Okay. Please on your camera for participant who are online. Okay. Slide pertama. Ya. Sudah? Slide kedua. Oke. Oke, thank you very much, Doctor. And participant, please give the speakers big applause.
Terima kasih banyak kerana sudi mendengar celoteh saya.
Sertifikat, okay. Doctor, we are very grateful for the lecture given. Here is a certificate for appreciation for the knowledge that have been conveyed to us. Yeah.
Saya menerima sertifikatnya dengan berbesar hati dan hopefully ini bukan kali pertama dan kali terakhir. InsyaAllah pada masa akan datang kita boleh lagi berkolaborasi untuk perkara-perkara lain, research dan sebagainya, dan dijemput juga untuk dosen-dosen di AKPRIND untuk memberi lecture di kami pula insyaAllah. Soon or later kita boleh berbincang lagi.
Okay. Insya Allah kita akan jemput dokter datang ke sini lah.
Terima kasih. Sebenarnya saya baru pulang daripada Brawijaya. Saya pergi pada hujung bulan 2, Mac. Saya pergi Mac di Brawijaya sebelum ni. Seminggu saya di sana.
See you later. Okay. Back to the master ceremony, Raisa and Niar. Participant, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so much for Dr. Muklis SPMSC.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we close event today, let's say goodbye to our speakers and audience in Zoom. Thank you so much for joining today. See you in the next event.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. See you soon.
Selanjutnya
Assalamualaikum
akan
warahmatullahi
diadakan
wabarakatuh.
pembagian door prize dan sesi foto bersama. Bagi teman-teman yang sudah bertanya tadi, mohon maju ke depan untuk menerima door prize. Dan kami meminta kepada Ibu Dr. Anda Yuli Pratiwi untuk dapat memberikan hadiah bagi teman-teman yang sudah bertanya. Terima kasih kepada Ibu Dr. Anda Yuli Pratiwi yang telah memberikan hadiah kepada teman-teman yang sudah bertanya.
Mungkin untuk selanjutnya ada sesi foto bersama. Kepada mahasiswa dan dosen jurusan Teknik Lingkungan mungkin bisa maju ke depan untuk pengambilan foto. Untuk jurusan selanjutnya, jurusan statistik dimohon untuk bersiap-siap.
Selanjutnya bersiap-siap untuk jurusan statistika dapat maju ke depan untuk melakukan foto bersama.